After exiting Hera, slash your sword and begin to move down the stairs. Perform the spin speed technique, and as you're coming off the stairs, hold angle down left. The optimal path is going beneath the large rock, but if the dead rock enemy is there, just stay above it. If the Squirtle starts to rush to the middle of the stairs, you can either chance the spin speed or just slash him, then follow the dash path to the left. Follow the path left and hop off the ledge on the lower side. Once you land, dash left while holding the left input, and as you get to the ledge space on the far left of the ladder, cancel the dash with an angle down left input and then tap A to side hop off of it. Once you land, snap into the cave door below. Dash up until the left wall slopes up and dash along with it. Cancel your dash at the corner and dash up until Link is above the pit. Walk left and take a small angle down left step and begin to dash left. Cancel the dash at the corner of the slope and then snap into the door. At this point, if you do not have 7 arrows, there is a 5 arrow pot beneath the first pit, which only loses about 1.5 seconds of time. Dash immediately out of the door. There are 5 open pits on the right side all the way down that you can count as you are dashing down. After passing the top left corner of the 5th pit, you can menu buffer to the bow. This will help stop your dash to avoid bonking into the left part of the wall and falling into the pit. If you did choose to do the early bomb jump in Hera, you will need to make sure that you cancel this dash on time with no menu buffer. Once you are out of the menu and you're lined up with the door to the south, dash out because the door transition on the way out of here is a lot longer and dashing will be quicker. Move down out of the door and continue left until the ledge opening. Hold down and tap A to quick hop off of the ledge. After landing, take a step to the left and then start your dash and turn up to hit the slope. Stop your dash just below the front right tree trunk, walk left and pull the tree downward. This will drop 4 blue rupees worth 20 if you have killed 4 or more enemies. Grab the amount of rupees needed. The minimum needed at this point after the blue rupee collection is 24. I do show the optimal movements if you need to grab 3 or 4 rupees from the tree. If you choose to do the optimal strat, once you grab the rupees, dash left into the bird and then dash up. You can also choose to arrow the bird by standing on the second grass tile up, then dash up to the next screen. Here you want to move up and then take a step to the left as you figure out where to shoot the arrow up at Dill, the green pickle. You can adjust your movement a little bit further left as the arrow can go through some of the tree on the left side, or if you have to fire the arrow a little bit further right, just depending on where he's moving. After the arrow shot, dash straight up and then exit the screen about a half a tile from the top. You can also elect for a different strategy by dashing up the right side of the blue rupee tree, walking left, and then dashing through the bush crab. Dash left, and along the path you will hit a crow, stopping your dash when Link is directly in the middle of the 3 grass patches to the left of the tree stump. Immediately dash down to kill the crow. If the timing here is a little bit tough for you, you can slash your sword as you turn down and then hold it while you dash. The downward dash will also kill a bush crab on the way through the log. The reason it is important to have a high screen transition into the Lost Woods is to help ensure that you don't get hit by the bird or you don't kill it while it's off screen. Because if you do kill the bird off screen, that kill is not going to count and you will not get your red rupees. You are also able to nudge the bush above while dashing left as an extra safety for positioning. Cancel your dash once you are exiting the first log, take a step left and dash up the second log. Cancel the dash once you exit with a left input and move a few steps in that direction to clear the log. Briefly hold angle down left until you hit the bush, then move down until you clear it. Once that bush has been cleared, hold angle down left until you are aligned with the middle of the bushes. Start your dash and turn left to dash through both of those bushes. A bush guard can be here, so be careful not to get hit. Dash up once you are even with the middle of the next log. Cancel with a left input once you are out of the log and dash left through the bushes. Cancel your dash with a down input and dash down through the next log. Once you are out of the log, Dash left while holding left and cancel your dash with an angle up left input right at the wall. Walk up and enter the last log. On a side note, this is a mosaic transition, so you want to avoid dashing into these screens as it will create extra lag. Exit the log by moving up and then take a short step to the right, start your dash and turn up. Once you are clear of the sword pedestal, cancel the dash by moving left. Grab the sword in front of the stair. There's no need to actually go up the stairs at all. Mash the text with all 4 face buttons. After the exclamation point, there are 3 lines of text left. Cancel the last line with L and R. Walk right and align Link with the right side of the sword pedestal and dash down. Continue to hold down as you are dashing, then cancel the dash with an angle down left input and then enter the log. Once you are out of the log, spam L and R to cancel the text. Hold angle down right until you are aligned with the first grass patch on your right. Dash right, cancel the dash with an up input when you are in the middle of the log. The optimal strat here is to walk up until the bottom circle line of the log is even with the bottom of the screen. This optimal strat has about a 9 pixel window, but because the top 2 pixels in this area are typically frame based, the bottom 7 pixels are going to be the most safe. At this visual cue, dash up and you will kill the bird. Dash right when Link is in the middle of the first set of bushes. Cancel with a down input and dash through the next log. Cancel your dash with a right input or angle down right if you are further from the bottom wall. Dash right through the bushes and hold angle up right until you are at the top of the next log. Move right and then dash down. Cancel your dash when you are at the bottom of the tree line on the right and then walk to the right side to pull the tree downward. Because we have killed 4 enemies without taking any damage after the first tree pull, this tree pull will now drop 4 red rupees totaling 80. The optimal movement for grabbing the rupees is hold up to grab the first, and then left to grab the second, and then hold angle up left to grab the third, and then start your dash and then turn right to grab the last rupee. If you are at enough rupees to actually skip a red, you want to pull the tree from the left side, and you'll ultimately be skipping the bottom right red rupee. Once Link is aligned with the right side of the tree, move down to the corner to start your dash, then turn right. Cancel this dash with an angle down right input and align yourself with the lower right tree and dash down to exit the Lost Woods. If you happen to miss the bird dash during the optimal strat, you can kill a bush crab in the upper right corner with your sword beams before the last log. Doing the standard strat by dashing up the log and slashing the bird is a good idea if you know you are not on the arrow drop of this particular prize pack, because the arrow drop will likely be out of reach, but dashing into the bird will not advance the prize pack. Move down out of the forest entrance and then transition to a quick angle down right movement and then dash down. This guard on the right can do a quick turn and poke you, so you need to be careful. You can also elect to just move further right and then kill the guard as you dash down, just to make sure you avoid getting poked. Dash down to the tree line, then dash right to the next screen. Dash right until you are aligned with the left side of the tree with the bushes above it, and then dash down to the next screen. Move down below the tree, take a step right, start your dash, and then turn down. You want to cancel your dash just above the next tree line, and then hold angle down right to clear the tree. Dash down until Link is in the middle of the bush pathway, and then dash right. Take a step to the right, start your dash, and then turn down. You want to make sure that Link is dashing down on the upper left slope corner. This actually ensures that you're going to get a fence dash. Hold down this entire dash and then cancel with an angle down right input as you get close to the corner of the fence. Walk to the bottom of the fence line while holding angle down right, then dash right. Dash up once Link is aligned perfectly with the left side of the castle gate. You want to make sure that this dash up is either barely nudging the left part of the wall by 1 pixel, or Link is perfectly aligned with the left wall. The reasoning for this is the 2 blue guards that are in the middle of the courtyard can poke you. Cancel your dash right at the front of the stairs with an angle upright input, and continue up the stairs moving diagonally to speed up Link's movement and then enter the door cleanly. If you get hurt during the red rupee route after killing the log bird on the way back, pull the same tree because you need to reset your counter. On the way from the Lost Woods to the castle entrance, you will dash kill 2 enemies, so make sure to kill both blue guards in the courtyard before the entrance. By doing this, that is 4 enemies killed without being hit. You can pull the tree just right of the guards in the courtyard. This is the first red rupee backup that you can do. By any chance, if you get hit by doing the first backup, you need to mirror during the pod segment to Saha's house that's at the bottom center of the hedge maze, and then you can gather 100 rupees from the left and the right chest. The optimal strat here is to dash up to the top of the torch, walk left around it, and then dash left into the door. This can be a little bit risky just depending on the guard RNG. The safe strat is to walk left of the torch and then dash up, then dash left into the doorway. The time difference between the two strategies is about 10 frames. Move left out of the door, then hold angle down left until the staircase. At the top of the stairs, dash out of the door. Hold angle down right out of the door until Link is past the corner of the castle wall on the left side. Dash right until you are lined up with the security barrier in the middle, then slash it and enter the door. Just dash up north to the next room. Hold B to keep Link's sword out through the transition, and then you want to hold angle up left out of the door until Link is lined up with the middle of the left golden knight. Get close to him and release your sword spin for the hit, but be careful and make sure that you don't get too close to him or you will just poke him with your sword. After the spin attack, shoot 1 arrow, then take a step down, then fire 1 more arrow up to kill him. The reason for this is that down input is very important because it aggroes the right gold knight to move down a little bit further. After the second arrow is fired, turn right and sword slash, having your beam attack hit the right gold knight, but make sure that you keep B held to charge your spin. Move down into the right of the opening above the bottom rail and line up your sword spin to double hit the gold knight on the right to kill him. Make sure to enter the door cleanly. Strategy 2 is done if you do not have any arrows. Begin the same movement as before and use your spin attack, but this time sword beam, take a step down, and then sword beam up 3 more times to kill the left gold knight. Kill the second guard the same optimal way as before. Strategy 3 is done if you do not have beams, but you have a really good supply of arrows. Start by using a spin attack on the right knight, and then fire 2 arrows up to kill him, then walk to the left middle area. At this point you want to fire 4 arrows to the left to kill the other gold knight, and then just dash straight out to the right. An easier strategy 3 with no beams, but not many arrows is the same optimal start as the first one, but this time charge your sword, move down to the bottom of the wall, and then release your spin on the right side of the last knight to kill him. If you are completely out of arrows and you also do not have beams, the last strat here is called Din Din, or ringing the dinner bell, where you actually clank your sword on the door below you, and then you need to wait for the 2 gold knights to touch their feet together. And at that point, you want to move up, release your spin, and then make your way to exit the room. These are the fairy guards, because either of them can drop a fairy from their prize pack, which we actually want to conserve until Turtle Rock. But what you want to do is move right out of the door, and then angle down right to position Link just below the red carpet. Once Link is in position, beam once, which hits the bottom guard, hesitate briefly, and beam again hitting the top guard. At this point you want to dash through them, because anytime you dash kill through an enemy, you do not receive any item from the prize pack. There are times that the guards can give you a bad frame rule start, so you can counter that by delaying your second beam attack and then moving forward after each sword beam. Once they are dead, use angle down right to make your way to the appearing chest and try to open it up on the left side, but almost like you're inside the chest. This will save you a little bit of time. Walk directly left from the chest, aligning with the middle of the door, start your dash and then turn up. This will allow you to get the key dash. If you do not have beams for this room, you can go below the guards, slash up, and then dash through them. You can also do a triple dash to ensure that you preserve the fairy prize pack. Hold left out of the door to cancel stair leg. The first strategy, you can hold angle down left until you reach the door and then quickly snap into it. This strategy can be a bit dangerous because if you mess up your movement even slightly, the guard will poke you. The second strategy shown, you want to hold angle down left, then once the left door is in view, do a very quick left input and then immediately transition back to angle down left and then snap into the door. This strategy is a bit more consistent at not getting hit because with the quick left movement, you are baiting the guard to go higher and more out of your way from entering the door. Hold down and dash when the door closes. Cancel your dash at the bottom and then dash left to kill the bat. Cancel the dash at the corner, walk up, left, and then dash down. Cancel the dash at the corner, walk left, and then up to grab the chest key. Walk down, right, and then dash up and cancel at the corner. Walk right, down, hold angle down right to slide along the rail, walk down, and then hold angle down left to slide along this rail. Dash down and then cancel at the rail end, walk right, and then hold angle down right through the last part of the rail. Open the lock door by holding angle up right and then snap into it. After getting the key on the way back, if you see the bat, you may be able to dash through it on the way up, or it can fly into you when you move around the corner. You can also choose to delay and let the bat fly by you if you wish. If the bat is not there, it's in the far right corner out of sight, and it could fly into you as you make your way to the right, or it could just do nothing and then you'll have a clear pathway. Sometimes it's better to let the bat hit you as it will not take away your beams. You also have the option to walk through the second half of the maze after getting the key, but make sure to double pump when moving in the proper directions to speed up your movement. Walk right out of the door, and then what you want to do is face up, then go directly into an angle upright input to the door and then through the stairs. This specific movement actually helps to avoid getting damaged by the guards. Hold left out of the door to cancel stair leg, and then begin to pump down while moving left until you clear the statue. Hold angle down left until Link is in the middle of the doorway, and then go directly left to get to the next room. You can pump left while holding up for optimal movement, or just hold angle up left to cut the pit corners. Once you start to move left, you will notice a blue guard that has RNG and can get into your way. If there is space, move above him, walking up the path, then dashing right through the door. If the guard has high movement, stay underneath him, and then dash up the path, then dash right through the door. If you have 102 rupees or less at this point, you have the option to get an extra 5 rupees in the far left pot. Move up a tile, start your dash, and then turn left. Stop your dash at the wall, then dash up to grab the rupee pot. Both guards can get into your way and hit you out of your dash as you make your way to the rupee pot and to the top of the room. Hold B through the screen transition to keep Link's sword charged, and then hold angle down right and poke the bottom blue arrow guard with the top of Link's sword. After poking him to the bottom part of the wall, move angle down right and slash your sword to kill him. If you have sword beams, you need to stay a little higher to collect the key during your dash animation up. Cancel your dash right at the key door and enter. If you try to key dash at the bottom of the wall while you have beams, you will get shot by the arrow guard from above. If you do not have beams after killing the guard, you want to line up Link with the bottom part of the wall, centered with the top of the door. Start your dash and then turn up to hit the key dash and enter the next room. The guard RNG in this room does not matter if you have beams because the strategy will always be the same. So what you want to do is cancel stair leg by holding left and then immediately walk down to slash the bat, which will aggro the guards. Line up with the top of the bottom statue, fire an arrow right, take a step to the left, then fire a second arrow right to kill the first guard. Immediately turn left to fire an arrow at the last guard, which will also block the spear, and then fire the last arrow to kill him. Once you fire the last arrow, move down to the middle of the red carpet and dash left out of the door. Coming into the room without beams, you will need to pay attention to the right guard's RNG movement. If the guard is moving down, what you want to do is move right out of the doorway to cancel stair leg and clear the statue. Move down a step, fire an arrow, move down again, aligning Link up with the middle pathway, and fire a second arrow to kill him. Dash left through the bats and fire 2 arrows at the last guard while blocking his spear. After firing that second arrow, move down and then dash out to the left. If the guard is moving left, cancel stair leg by moving right. Then immediately move down and to the right, slashing the right bat. Move to the right of the statue and fire 2 arrows down. After that, you want to move under the statue and fire 2 arrows left. After that second arrow, what you want to do is move up, start your dash, and turn left. If the guard is moving right or up, the strategy is the same as the guard moving down RNG. Dashing out of the room if you do not have beams, you should menu to the boomerang, which will help you alert the guards in the next room. Also, a side note, if both guards are dead but a spear is still traveling across the screen, the door will not open until the spear has hit the wall and disappeared. In this room with beams, immediately slash the top divider to aggro the red guards. With this slash, hold your sword to charge and move under the top divider. Move left toward the top half of the left divider and then release your spin, which will kill the top guard. Move down and use 2 sword beams to kill the last guard and then dash out. If you do not have sword beams, keep your sword held out through the door transition and boom the back of the door. Use the same sword spin as the previous strategy, but this time the bottom guard needs 2 slashes or fire an arrow to kill him. Circle a pots room. Hold down out of the door and align Link with the middle of the pots. This is a perfect moment to menu to the boomerang if you have not done so at this point due to still having your sword beams. The menu buffer will give you a chance to see the right guard RNG. If the right guard is not moving left, you will have clear RNG to kill the key guard on the left side with the pots. In this scenario, you want to throw the left pot, which you can actually pick up directly from the middle. So pick up the left pot, throw it at the key guard, and then pick up the right pot and then throw it at him. And then what you want to do is boom the key. And then as you make your way right, grab the 5 arrow pot on the top right and then enter the key door cleanly. During the menu buffer, if you notice the right guard is moving left, this is your cue that you're going to get bad RNG. So what you want to do is slide a little bit to the right to pick up the right pot, throw it at the key guard below, stall briefly, and then boomerang the right guard. This will keep him in place on the right side to allow you to pick up and throw the left pot to kill the key guard, and then just do the same strategy as before. Boom the key, move to the right, grab the arrow pot, and make your way out of the room cleanly. On bad guard RNG, if the right guard is a little bit slower to move left, you can 2-pot the key guard below and then sword swipe the right guard out of the way, which gives you just enough time to boom the key. You can also get an RNG where the right guard will ignore you and walk on by, allowing you to sidestep him to the right and throw the second pot. Just in case if you are still short rupees, which you actually need 110 to get into pod and pay Kiki the monkey, there is a blue rupee in the pot under the top left most block and a green rupee under the top right most block. One last thing I would add for this room is if you end up throwing the pots too fast one after another, the first pot thrown will break as you lift up the second pot. Dash right to the middle of the carpet and then dash up through the door. The blue guard can poke you due to a frame rule, so you do have to be careful. Move the statue with a down left input and then wiggle to move a little bit quicker. With fast statue movement, you should be able to dash left through the door regardless of the guard's RNG. Hold left out of the door, then transition to an angle up left input. Walk the pathway, but make sure to stay tight to the edges. What you want to do is boom up at the first guard. Once you are on the last narrow walkway going up, dash upward toward the stairs, but right before hitting the stairs, you want to cancel your dash with an up input. The up input here, dashing up, is possible because you're dashing along the edge of the pit, but more importantly, the reason why you want to do this is because if you dash all the way up the stairs and then continue to hold up through the door, you actually get stair lag as you hold up. So if you press up right before the stairs and you cancel that dash, you're going to have a much cleaner path to move up without the stair lag. Also note that this top guard can poke you before you reach the stairs if you don't have clean and quick movement. Dash up through the next door. Walk left until Link is past the corner of the platform. Start your dash and turn up. You want to mash all 4 face buttons through the text, and then continue to hold A as your dash is already started. Once you reach the top wall, cancel your dash with an angle upright input, and then turn right and slash the middle curtain and enter the door cleanly. Agahnim, everyone's favorite RNG boss. Mash L and R to get rid of the text. For the Agahnim fight, he will fire an energy ball or a blue ball 4 times per phase. The first attack will always be an energy ball, which you can hit back at him. The next 3 will be a 50-50 chance of either an energy ball or a blue ball. Reflecting an energy ball back at Agahnim is the only way to damage him. And on the 5th attack, Agahnim will always use a lightning attack right down the middle of the screen, which concludes that phase. The phases will continue exactly this way until Agahnim is defeated. Energy balls, blue balls, lightning, and then Agahnim himself can all damage Link. A fight can be won at either 0 blue balls or up to 15 blue balls if all available energy shots are successfully hit back at him. Agahnim takes 6 hits to be defeated. On the 4th shot, always try to hit Agahnim toward the top of the room for his lightning cycle. During the lightning cycle, you want to stand at the top of the screen to reduce lag. The time loss is 6 seconds for each blue ball and 6 seconds for each lightning strike. One thing to note in this fight that you always want to make sure you do is you want to knock Agahnim back to the middle if possible. This does help with longer warps. Releasing your spin to the side or offsetting yourself from Agahnim when above or below him will put you in a perfect position to avoid getting hit by his blue ball attacks.